going on, y'all? What's going on? I just thought I'd get this quick live real quick. I'm like, man, let me go ahead. I just got done working. I said, man, let me go ahead and get this live in because I know if I take a shower right now, I'ma fall asleep because my body tired, man. But man, we're gonna talk a little bit, man, about what's going on with these Cowboys, man. Especially, man, from my observations. Uh, Let me write that in my notes. Give me a quick second. Make sure I don't. All right. Yeah, man. So, one thing that I can take from these Dallas Cowboys is that the rookies, some rookies, man, are showing up that is trying to go ahead and make their mark and make this team. We're gonna be honest. So I seen that Tyler Biotis got hurt. I don't know how serious it is, but I seen that earlier. I'm gonna just tell y'all like this. I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Y'all better hope Tyler Biotis stays healthy the whole year because we seen what life is like without that man. It ain't pretty. And then you already ain't got Zach Martin. Not pretty. You can go ahead, man, and make adjustments at offensive tackle. You might can even make adjustments at one of the guard spots with Zach Martin. But I'll tell you right now, one thing that you can't make no adjustments with is missing Tyler Biotis. He may not be the most talented player on the offensive line, and that's not no discredit to him because there's a whole bunch of talent on that offensive line, right? We got a whole bunch of Hall of Famers and future Hall of Famers on that offensive line. But if you miss Tyler Biotis, everything changes. Everything. Now, I don't, from what I'm getting, from what I'm evaluating, it's not that serious. It's not serious. That's fine, right? If you got to be out for a couple of weeks, cool. Because the goal is, man, to get to the season and to stay as healthy as possible throughout the season. One note that I've seen is our second round pick, Mr. Schoonmaker, has arrived this week. Good to see him out there. He caught a TD. We get ready to see, man, what this second round pick was about, man. Because I'll tell you like this, man. You don't spend second round picks on just blocking tight ends. If you just wanted a blocking tight end, you could have drafted him 4th, 5th, 6th round, right? Let's be honest. So, to get him in the second round, they think that man can play. They think that man can produce something that we did not see at Michigan. Now, like I said, as mentioned in a previous live, we understand that his duty was to block. Harbaugh want to run. His duty was to block. He was going to be more in line and be a threat as far as blocking in the run game than he was in the passing game. Now, we know that even though his blocking prowess is definitely going to be needed, let's be honest with you, he's probably going to be running more routes than he is just blocking. So we're going to see from his first day back, man, he looked decent. He looked solid, man. Just got to get his feet wet like everybody else. See, everybody else been out there. He been recovering. So he got some catching up to do. So we can't be hard on him. But Not even his first preseason game. I don't know if he'll play. But by the end of preseason, man, we should be seeing something, right? Even though preseason is short. Um, I wouldn't play him this game. Well, you can if you want to, but I wouldn't play him. Um, I'll play him next game and give him a considerable amount of time, see what he got going on, right? But speaking of what this live is about, let's talk a little bit. DeMarvion Overshown, one of my favorite draft picks in this draft, in this class. DeMarvion, he been showing out. Had a 2 interception practice. The other day when it was going on 9-7, he was looking real good. When it came down to run fits, that's your linebacker, the future right there, man. And you are lucky enough to take him and breed him on slowly, right? Now, I heard Micah talk about Leighton Vander Esch, right? And how much he does and takes into his craft, right? So we know that man learned from Sean Lee, right? And he has taken a lot of what Sean Lee has taught him and he observed from him and implemented it into how he goes ahead and go about his preparation. That can only be of assistance to your young linebackers to show them the Sean Lee way, especially in this day and age, to show them the Sean Lee way and how they prepare and how to go about the game. I could see why that they would bring Leighton back, especially with uh, Cox trying to be in the fold, Harper trying to be in the fold, Overshown the rookie, and Clark in his second year. So I can see why that they would want to bring in somebody like Leighton back that's familiar with everything and can go ahead, man, and make these people's lives easier, man. You make the young guys' lives easier. But don't get it twisted. This is most likely Leighton's last year. Because I believe Overshown is going to show us something that, like, hey, we appreciate you, though, Leighton, though, but, man, that boy a baller, man. And he's a baller, man. You can see it in his coverage. You can see it in his ball skills, man. I like that one pick, man, where he was on the ground, man, and he still had the wherewithal to go ahead, man, and snag that thing, man. That stuff like that translates into the season. That stuff like that is a game-changing play. And I believe that that's a game-changing linebacker. Y'all know, man, I've been high on that, man. I had him in my top 5 linebackers coming out. Had him in my top 5. That man can ball. And I'm glad the Cowboys got him. It's going to be exciting to see, man. I believe this is a real linebacker right here, man. Somebody, man, that's going to go ahead, man, and bring that pain. He's going to bring that pain, and he's going to make plays. Love it. So, also in that period, I observed Mozzie Smith. Mozzie Smith looked a lot better. Mozzie Smith definitely looked a lot better. I have been evaluating. I've seen other people kind of pointed out his get off has been a little bit late. But he's working on that. He's trying to put an emphasis on that, as you can see. And under Dan Quinn, that will be fixed ASAP. As you can see, he's already working on it. So, looking at these D tackles and especially Mozzie Smith, man, to be able to go ahead, man, and work on keeping your linebackers clean was a beautiful sight to see. And I'm excited for that. Um, he's improving, and that's all you can ask for, man, from your rookie, man. I don't expect it all. I don't expect none of the rookies to just give it to me all. I expect him to come down and start showing strides as the season go along. But I just respect what rookies bring to the table. Show signs, show, what I mean, maybe go through some growing pains here and there, but eventually show you that they the real deal. And I believe that Mozzie Smith would eventually show you that he's the real deal when it comes down to stopping his run. I just like, man, looking at Hankins, looking at Bohannon, man. I know it's 907. I know it ain't the real deal, though. But like I said, all that stuff translate. You still, just because you may not have a full look out there, you still got them same 5 offensive linemen in front of you. And them is your job first to take care of them, to make sure that them linebackers running clean. I can't wait to see how this plays out, man, this week in this preseason, man. I can't wait to see how this thing play out, because I believe it's going to play out so beautiful. So beautiful. I just, man, hey, looking at, man, a D tackle, keeping your linebackers clean, man. Man, that's what we've been asking for quite some time. We've been needing them big boys in the middle, man. We've been needing them big boys in the middle. We're finally getting that. I love it. Now, Jalen Brooks. Let's talk a little bit about Jalen Brooks. Jalen Brooks out there cooking, y'all. He one of my, like I said, he one of my favorites. Jalen Brooks is one of my favorites. I believe Jalen Brooks is going to make this team. That's my bold prediction right now. Now, of course, we need to see it in the preseason. But I believe Jalen Brooks is going to make this team. I just have a hard time seeing Simi Fehoko, Houston, Cropper make the team over him. I believe you're carrying 6, and your 6 will be CD, Gallup, Cooks, Tolbert, Turpin, and Brooks. I believe them are your best wide receivers on this team right now. Unless something changed, somebody being brought in or whatever the case may be, I believe that's your 6 right there. I believe that's your 6. And that's a 6, man, that can get the job done. That's a 6, man, that you can go all the way with. Especially, man, with Jalen Brooks, man. Man, I told y'all, man, he gave me a little bit of resemblance, man, to what he can do, what James Jones was doing with Mike, that he might can do the same thing. I've seen that man cook. Ooh, that boy cooked one-on-ones today. That boy cook bland. That's your starting corner. That's your corner. You cooking starters. So if he cooking bland, man. Now Tolbert looking consistent. All we want from Tolbert is to be steady. Just be steady. We cool with that. But Brooks, he's showing what I seen when I watched that tape of him. For what little I was able to see anyway. He's showing something. He's showing something. Now, I know y'all might have looked at me like, James Jones, man. I'm telling you, man. Remember, I told y'all, baby. Remember, I told y'all, man. During the draft process, man. And he's showing. This might be a steal, y'all. I'm not saying he's going to be a lead number 2 at this point in time. I'm not saying that. It could happen, but I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that I'm going to just go out on a limb right now and say Mr. Jalen Brooks is going to make this team. I'm going to say he's going to make this team. I believe your wide receivers is here. I think he gonna show me. I think he gonna do what he doing now in preseason. I think he gonna score. I think he's gonna go ahead and be a nice possession wide receiver and do damage. I can't wait to see him ball, man, this week, man. I can't wait. Next on the menu, we got the Dallas Cowboys kicker, man, was cut a couple days ago. Now y'all know, man. Now y'all know my thoughts on that, man. I mean, Jerry Jones couldn't have quite honestly thought that was gonna work. Mr. Jerry Jones could have not honestly thought that was gonna work with them kickers. He gonna have to bring in a vet, man. I'm telling y'all, man, we keep harping on this, man, like every month. You cannot play around with this kicker position this year because the kicker position is so essential to you being a top-notch offense. What good is scoring and you can't go ahead and be a full threat all over the field? You can't trust that kicker to go ahead and kick that 45-yard field goal and be accurate on the money. 8 out of 8.5, 9 out of time, 9 out of 10. Right? 8 out of 10, 8.5 times out of 10, 9 out of 10, you name it, right? At least 8.5 times out of 10. What good is your offense? You see one of the best offenses, man. You see the top offenses, right? Every year, the consistent ones, right? What do they have? Good kickers. When the Rams was a good offense, what did they have? Good kicker. The Chiefs, what do they have? Good kicker. Butker. The Ravens, man, a lot of the times, man, their offense was trash. But what saved them a lot of times, man, to put points on the board, to keep them afloat, to keep them competitive in these games? Mr. Tucker. So you going ahead, man, and being cheap, man, with this kicker position, man, this is the wrong year to do it. This is the wrong year to hope you're trying to find a Brett Mayer. Now, I know you did that, and it worked out to your favor for the majority of the year, and it kind of playoffs. I mean, I guess it is what it is. But you're going to have to get a vet, man. Only a vet, man, goes with this. You see how these other teams, man, invest 4th, 5th round picks in the kickers? Dallas Cowboys might have to do that. If they get a vet, man, sign up for a 1-year deal, and there's a kicker coming out, man, that can be your future, they're going to have to do that. Because all these experiments these past few years, man, it's just not going to work, y'all. They need to do what they did, man, a few years ago. I believe brought in Mike Vanderjack from the Colts. They need to do ahead and do something like that. They need to go ahead, man, and allocate some resources. Or pick up one of these ones off the street, man, that's some vets, that's proven vets. Because, a lot of people, man, right now got young kickers or got proven kickers right now. So the kicker market is not too hot, right? You can look at Bass from the Buffalo Bills, right? The kicker market is not too hot. So I understand partially why the Dallas Cowboys, man, is trying to see if they can go this type of route for a kicker. But it's not going to work. That's why he cut that man so fast, man. When that man went for what? At that blue and white game, was it 1 for 6? I'm looking at this man kick these field goals. I'm like, bro, come on, man. Let me see, man. I'm like, come on, family. Come on, man. He got cut, but I guess he gonna get the other dude a shot in his preseason. He probably gonna give him 2 weeks, 2 games. You can give him all. I don't give a damn if he 2 for 2, 3 for 3. If he ain't been in pressure situations, the money situation, he ain't showing me. If he's just like, okay, maybe I can give him a shot. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. Waste of time. Now let's talk a little bit about Kelvin Joseph. He got to take that number one off, man. You know, back in the day, if somebody had that number one, he was him. He'd be like, oh, number one? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's that guy right there. Who let this man get number one? Kelvin Joseph, let's be candid, he suck. He suck. Tolbert cooking him. CD cooking him. Gallup cooking him. Aunt Jemima cooking him. Chef Boyardee cooking him. Y'all cooking him. That man getting cooked like steak and rice. This man is a walking filet mignon. That man is a walking filet mignon. Somebody need to take that number one. Jerry need to take that number one for him, bro. When you got that number one, or like in college, man, number 5, that means you him. He is not him. Hey, man, this corner thing ain't working out for him. They should have go ahead, man, and put him at safety, but it's too late right now. Time is out. Maybe a new scenery might do him good. Maybe new scenery might do him good. But I don't think it's going to work with the Dallas Cowboys. I still refuse to believe it's all the way to talent, because he got some talent. But right now, he ain't showing it. He's not displaying it. He suck. I have seen nothing in camp for me to believe in Kelvin Joseph. I've seen nothing. Nothing. And I don't think I will see anything. As much as we don't want to give up on him, or at least y'all probably want to give up on him, I'll raise my hand and say I didn't want to give up on him right now. But y'all, I gave up on him. I don't see no signs like, oh yeah. Yeah, okay. It's coming. It's coming along. He getting better. He gets worse and worse every time I see him on the field. He suck. He suck. It's okay. We know it. He suck. Waste of a body. Now, give me a second. Let me confirm this before I say anything. Before I speak on what I'm getting ready to say. Let me make sure that it's accurate real quick. So is it true? It might be true, y'all. Hold up. Because my brother told me this. Oh, yes. So it's been said that the Cowboys are in contract talks with Damon Arnett, whatever his name is. Coming out in college, I like that player. And I would wholeheartedly. Him right now, I think he's been out for a year because he had that legal trouble. Him right now is better than Deshaun and Kelvin Joseph. Facts. Guaranteed. It'll be hard for him to get on the field, especially since you got at minimum 4 ahead of you. You'll be competing with the rookie. But he's better than them too. I like him. And if they pull that off, there's some competition. That's some competition for you right there, boy. Kelvin Joseph, you can just kiss him goodbye. He gone. He gone. That boy gone. If Arnett come in the fold, he gone. Arnett can play. It just didn't work out with the Raiders, but it rarely works out with the Raiders. Y'all know that. We know that. So I would love for the Dallas Cowboys to go ahead and bring him in for some competition and let him prove himself because I believe he can. I don't know if he'll make the team, but I'm with it. He'll kick them two out. I'm sure of that. Never know. He might compete with that rookie. You can't go wrong with having as many cornerbacks that's versatile as possible. Because if I'm not mistaken, he could probably play a little bit on that back end too. And if I'm not mistaken, for my notes from I took on him when I observed him, he was a tackler. Got to go back on my notes on him, but I like the player. So, with that being said, running back pass protection is very shaky. Now, I seen Deuce Vaughn out there. I seen Deuce Vaughn out there. He tries. He got a heart. He'll be chopping a lot of legs down. Quite frankly, man, it might end up being your best one. If I'm just being candid, he might end up being your best one just off of heart. That man got a lot of heart. That's why we rock with Deuce Vaughn. It's all about that heart. And he got that. But I see pass protection right now is shaky. Now I've seen conversations talking about the Dallas Cowboys have interest in claiming Ezekiel Elliott again. Like I said, man, I rock with Zeke. I mean, Zeke, if Zeke come back, he definitely won't have the role that y'all normally used to him having. His carries will drop down drastically. He would just be what we probably would think Lepke would be. Goal line back, pass protection, can catch a little bit out the backfield to throw the defense off. Mr. Ezekiel Elliott has lost a couple steps, but he was productive and still can be productive. I still think that just off of respect, man, just off of what he done is to see Ezekiel Elliott like this. I know he want to be a Cowboy. And to be honest with you, I think Zeke probably could have signed with a team, but I think he's really waiting out on the Cowboys and seeing what they do, what they finally do before he make a decision. I've seen the Pats. He visited with the Pats. I've seen the Jets had interest in him and the Cowboys. Now, the Cowboys got that interest because of like, hey, man, if this just ain't work, man, because I'm telling you, regardless of what it is, TP and Deuce Vaughn, them your two backs. But having Ezekiel Elliott in the fold, I mean, it could work. I mean, he's better than Hunter Lepke right now, but Hunter Lepke is a cheaper option. But he is better. Two rookie running backs with TP, that's a very inexperienced backfield. Dak would be comfortable, and I would love to see Zeke have a ring, but sometimes you just gotta let go. Sometimes you gotta just let go. And I believe that they just need to let go. I still stand on. Don't even worry about bringing them back, y'all. I still stand on it. Now, a little of me says that if it's just so horrible, then bring Zeke back. That's the only little bit that I got. If it's just so horrible, and like, man, we need that tough presence. We need somebody to block. We need this. We need that. Something that Ezekiel Elliott can do. Then I'll be open to the fact. But right now, there's other ways that you could do. It just come to a point in time, right? All right, TP, we giving you 10 mil. You need a block. For real. All that, nah, bro. That soft that you was doing last year, that ain't gonna cut it. That's not gonna cut it. That soft you was doing last year, that ain't gonna cut it. And you talking about, man, getting a longer contract than that? That's not gonna cut it. You need a block. We shouldn't even have to worry about this because my leading black should at least be willing. I'm not expecting you to be Ezekiel Elliott, but I'm expecting you to be able to have the mindset and to be willing to throw your body into the equation. You're 200 and something pounds. It's a mindset thing. Let's be honest. I rock with you, TP. I really do. You talented running back. But bro, that pass protection that you gave us last year, that ain't gonna ride. You're gonna have to be more functional than that, my boy. For real. Because we see Deuce Vaughn with the heart to throw his body in there. But my 210, 215 pound running back can't do the same. Who this man think he is? Felix Jones? Come on, man. I'm seeing Felix Jones type qualities. I'm seeing Felix Jones and his man. I'm seeing Felix Jones and his man. Nah, but for real, he gonna have to step up, man. The team gonna need it. If the Chiefs can go ahead and roll with Pacheco and you know what I mean, he can do his thing. It's just a mindset thing. You gotta want to. I know you want to go ahead, man, and stay clean and don't want it, but nah. I know you was a 215 pound speed back, but nah, man. You talking about you want to get paid 10 plus million? Oh, you gonna have to block. You gonna have to truck somebody. You gonna have to give me what Zeke was missing. What Zeke left over and have us missing right now. I'm sorry. If you want to get paid 10 million, I'm not paying nobody no 10 million that can't run nobody over. You know what I'm saying? I'm not paying nobody 10 million that ain't got no physicality in this game. I ain't paying nobody 10 million that don't want to block. When I can go ahead and pay that same type of player 6-7 million, if not less. That's all I'm saying. Some may agree, some may disagree. But that's just what it is, man. You're gonna have to step up. Pass protection looking too shaky. But yeah, man. I just wanted to go ahead, man, and go over them points real quick, man. Wanted to go live, man, and talk just a tad bit, man, regarding this situation. Let me get back, man, do some more catching up on and Micah. I get it. I get it. But now, before I leave, Micah, a lot of load is gonna be on your shoulders. You're gonna have to carry a lot of the burden, even though this defense is good and it'll still be a good defense. If he wasn't in it, but you're gonna have to carry the load. Leadership wise, big time players make big time plays in big games wise. When we need it the most, you're gonna have to be there. Not stat padding, but actually doing your job and being great at doing your job. But you got it. You say the right things all the time. Now it's that time for you to take the next step in your leadership. Because unfortunately, man, as a rookie, they put a lot of that on you, and you wasn't ready for that. But now you are. So I'm gonna need to see it. We talk about getting that championship in Dallas. You talk about getting that championship in Dallas. The only way you're gonna do that is if you step up your leadership game. Curse can't do it. Wilson can't do it for you. Law can't do it for you. Leighton or Dak can't do it for you. You're gonna have to do it. Because that's one of the reasons you want. That's one of the main reasons if we're gonna go ahead and go to the promised land. You and consistent play from Dak. Yeah, let that marinate on your mind. But all right, y'all, man. I'm up out of here, man. Y'all stay safe, man. We up out of here.